All right. Casey here with Lions Den Investments and Reviews. Hope you guys are having a good day. Um, it's been a while since I've shot a video, but I just wanted to come out here and tell you guys literally the markets right now, nobody knows where they're going to go. And the funny thing is, right now with the way things are in the market, um, people are, you got day traders out there saying that prices are going to drop lower or they're going to go higher, whatever. Okay. I'm pretty much done at this point, talking about price predictions and like where a certain asset is going to go in price. My main goal here in 2022, okay, is to stay ahead of the curve. And I keep talking about, staying ahead of the trends and as an investor, getting ahead of that trend and positioning yourself, where when that trend takes back off from a bear market into a bull market, you're going to make a lot of money. Okay? I mean, that's just a fact. If you get in at the bottom of any asset when it comes to trends and being in a bear market and you buy in on the very low and you get back into that when everybody else around you is in fear, saying it's the worst investment ever. They wouldn't look at it. They would, they'd rather focus on something else. They're saying you're crazy, that sort of thing. That's when you know you're on something, and that's when true wealth is made. Is when you can get in early, ahead of the trend, and ride that trend up. And I keep telling you guys for 2022, the trend is metaverse, NFTs, gaming, crypto, that kind of stuff, right? Well, there's another one too, which I haven't talked about a whole lot just recently, but it's DeFi. And I want to talk about DeFi, guys, because there's stuff out there right now. There's several different sectors of the crypto market, right? You got utility tokens, security tokens, you got NFTs, you got the metaverse, crypto gaming, DeFi, and then you also have something called DAOs, okay, which are decentral autonomous organizations. Now, I learned about DAOs when I was going through my blockchain architect certification. And for those who don't know, I've been in crypto since 2015. All right. Bitcoin at the time was like 900 bucks. Ethereum, I was buying Ethereum, guys, when it was like $15. Okay. I was mining on the Ethereum network. I was hardening the network there. I was working on Bitcoin. And then, just to kind of bring you up to date on my background with blockchain and what I've done so far, back in 2020 and 2021, I was building my own decentralized exchange on the back end of the Ethereum blockchain. Okay, so UX, UI, developing. I was learning the Solidity programming language. So I've got some knowledge. Okay, I'm not saying I'm an expert by any means because I'm not. I'd like to consider myself a student of blockchain because the thing is, guys, this space is moving so fast and so quick that it's almost impossible to keep up with. I don't care how smart you are. It's just it's amazing to see like the progress that we're making right now in this space. And I want to talk about the DAOs because I just recently started looking at DAOs and they're a fairly new sector to the blockchain space. Okay. And the reason why I wanted to tell you about my background is if you want, you can go out to my website. I'll leave a link in the description below, but it's academyofcrypto.com. I've got my profile out there. I've got my resume so you can see what I've done in the past. I worked in the government for almost 4 years, okay, about 3.5 to be exact, in cybersecurity. And then I got into network engineering. So I've got an IT background before I got into blockchain, so I understand how networks operate. So you can go look at my background, see all that stuff. I got a portfolio out there as well on some of the stuff that I've done with Ethereum, so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. But the reason why I want to talk about DAOs is because they taught us about that in my blockchain architect class. And in school, they were saying that would be like the future of banks and the future of corporations. Now, being that DAOs are a decentralized autonomous organization, they're not controlled by one central authority. It's not a company. It's not a bank. Okay, it's made up of a community, and then the community has voting rights. Um, so, just to give you an idea, just in a nutshell, what a decentralized autonomous organization is, that's how it operates. Real similar to like Bitcoin, for instance, but it's not Bitcoin. Okay, and that brings me to this project called Olympus DAO. Now, I've been doing a lot of research over the last 8 days. I haven't shot a video, but I've been doing a lot of research because, I'm busy working. I've still got a full-time job. And I've also been trying to work through some finances on my dad after he passed away. So that's been like 3 weeks of just nonstop chaos. And it's been really hard to come in and shoot a video just because my focus hasn't really been on that. And there's not a whole lot going on in the markets really, but for 2022, I'm trying to come up with a strategy for investing and helping people and just sharing what I know about blockchain and what you could do like in a bear market. Okay, and one of those things you can do is create cash flow. And when I was looking at some of these cash flow investments, especially with like passive income, one of them I came across was the DAO sector and this project Olympus. Okay, and I'm bringing up Olympus. I'll leave a link in the description below so you can go check this out. But this is just one of them. There's like, I don't know, probably a couple hundred DAOs out there now. But what Olympus is trying to do, guys, is they want to become the reserve currency for internet money. So the cool thing with Olympus is they're not attached to the US dollar. They're not pegged to a stable coin. Okay. They do have their own treasury. And their treasury is what backs up Olympus. And it's backed by stable coins like DAI, for instance. So there's a lot of money that's been deposited into the treasury here with Olympus. But if you understand what they're trying to do, they're basically one of the first DAOs to do it, and that's come up with a reserve currency. And what this does is it offers liquidity for people who are starting their own, say, crypto project, and they want to get a token out there to the community, right, or to the marketplace. They can raise money, or they can create liquidity for their token, and they do it through treasuries. And I'm not going to get too much in detail with that because that'd be a whole nother video. But essentially what they're doing is Olympus is creating a reserve currency that's stable, and they're trying to stabilize the price, kind of like a US dollar. But it's not a US dollar. It's not tied to the US dollar. And then people can go out and borrow money against their project and create liquidity through that borrowed money and create new tokens so that you get more tokens out there in circulation, the supply increases, that sort of thing, for a marketplace. And this creates value behind whatever token it is you're trying to create. Well, Olympus helps with that. Okay. Now, the cool thing about it, though, I mean, if you look at the price of Olympus, for instance, we'll just bring up OHM DAI. OHM is the crypto token symbol for Olympus. But if you look at the chart, we took like on Olympus, and I'm just showing you the chart because I want to show you this is how people make money. This is how the rich keep getting richer. Look at that. We've taken a 95% drop on this decentralized autonomous organization, this DAO. If you look at that, 95%, right? I told you in several videos before that altcoins will normally drop anywhere between like 85, sometimes 90% during a bear market crash. Well, this one's dropped more than that at 95%. And, a lot of people right now, again, fear is very high in the cryptos. Nobody knows if it's going to go up and down, that sort of thing. But a lot of people are dumping their tokens and getting out of projects when technically you should be doing the opposite. You know, if you're somebody like me who's a lion, and I call this channel Lions Den Investments and Reviews for a reason, because lions don't run. Even in the strongest situations where you've got the strongest amount of fear, lions don't run. I'm a lion. I don't run. If anything, when I've got an animal that's wounded in front of me, I'm smelling blood. I'm ready to eat. And that's the way you got to take your investment approach and change your mindset in these bear markets. Is you gotta turn that around and start thinking the opposite of what the rest of the herd is doing. So while everybody's running, I'm in here. I've spent the last 8 days looking at projects, and I got into DeFi and DAOs because, again, that new trend going into this new bull market, whenever that might happen, it's going to be based around metaverse, NFTs, DAOs, and DeFi. Okay, and I'm just throwing this out there because I know something about blockchain. I understand how it works. I understand the use case behind a lot of these projects. And when I start looking into them, I know a good project when I see one. And I'm telling you right now, this one's got a lot of potential. And not only that, but if you look at the APY on Olympus, like when it first started out, guys, the APY on Olympus was like, I don't even know. I'd have to go back and look, but I think it was like at 100,000% or something like that. Something crazy. Okay, 90,000%. I don't know. If you know, leave a comment and let me know what the APY was when it first started out, because I just can't think of it, off the top of my head. But we took a massive drop, and the APY went down, of course, which is your yearly interest rate. So it's how much money you would make for the year whenever you put money in this. But if you look at the APY right now, dude, we're at 862.5%. Like, now tell me real quick, just take a step back and answer this question. What other investment outside of traditional stocks, or any other investment for that matter, do you know of where you can earn 862% for the year on money that you put into an investment? Like, I don't know of any. And granted, the APYs on these DAOs will fluctuate. They'll go up and down, but they're built on programmable game theory. And this programmable game theory is built around economics. So supply and demand, inflation, deflation of the supply, that sort of thing, right? So if you know that, and you kind of understand how that works, you'll understand that the APY is going to fluctuate on these. But guys, even if, let's just say you invested right now, right? And right now it looks like we're at a complete bottom on OHM. I mean, if you look at that, we pretty much bottomed out and just went sideways. If you were to invest in this, and let's say Bitcoin takes a dump, and even though it's not tied to Bitcoin, so it doesn't follow the price of Bitcoin per se, let's say it goes down and takes a dump, because the rest of the market's going down, right? Let's say you get a whale, and I want to let you know, the reason why the price dropped so much was because they had a whale which liquidated all their assets in OHM. It wasn't due to the entire crypto market crashing, and that's why they came down. I mean, that had something to do with it, but it was mostly like whales just dropping their positions because they were taking profits here at the top, and then the price started dropping, and because of that, the APY came down. But let's say we go sideways here for a little bit and the price drops again, guys. Even if the APY was cut in half from where we're at right now, which is pretty much at a bottom, you'd be looking at a APY for the year on your money that you put into it at about like 425%. Like, to me, guys, that's not a bad investment. I mean, even if it decided to go down. The reason why I'm showing you this again, though, is because my strategy moving forward in 2022 is to set up passive income. You guys want passive income. You want cash flow. Owning an asset's great when the price goes up. But if you own the asset and the price is going down, you might as well utilize it and have it do something for you. Okay? So with that in mind, the other project I want to show you here, I had mentioned osmosis in another video. Well, osmosis, guys, is built on the Cosmos blockchain, and I started doing some digging and research on Cosmos because, again, I call myself a student of blockchain. I don't know everything, and Cosmos is one of those projects I missed back in 2017. I was focused on Ethereum, Bitcoin, Litecoin, because really, at that time, guys, that's really all we had back in 2017 was just a few tokens to focus on. And then Ethereum, of course, gave birth to the altcoin projects. But a lot of those projects, they weren't they weren't yet created, right? They just had white papers. So all these years later, and I say all these years, we're only talking like 4 years since 2017, five now. We've got all these projects and we've got this technology that we can use now, and because of that, you're able to basically go in here and utilize the technology to your advantage for higher returns on your money. Like, when in the history of mankind have we ever had that opportunity besides maybe the dot-com bubble? But again, this space and what's happening now is it's similar to what happened in the dot-com bubble, but it's different because now you can own a portion of the layer 3 internet or web 3 that is coming about, and we've never had this opportunity in the history of the world. So it's really, really cool to see how far we've come just from 2017 and 2015, back when I was, buying Ethereum at $20, to see how far we've come and see some of these projects actually, you know, come to fruition, I guess. Because like Cosmos, right? Cosmos, guys, I don't know if you knew this, but Cosmos was the first blockchain to be built that allowed other blockchains to communicate with other blockchains. So they call it like cross-chain functionality. Cosmos is the first to do that. And what ended up happening from 2016, when Cosmos was created, to now, is Cosmos created what they call SDKs, or software development kits. And it being that it's open source, a lot of developers came in and started using these SDKs to build other blockchains. That's how you got this project Osmosis. And the cool thing about it, without going too much further, because I know I'm ranting and raving and talking a lot here, but what they do is they allow you on this Osmosis. It's called app.osmosis zone. I'll leave a link in the description for you. But what you can do is go to this website. Okay, it's a decentralized application that talks to different blockchains on the back end. And what you can do is swap these tokens. And so it's real similar to like Uniswap or Polygon, but it's on the Cosmos blockchain. And the reason why I'm showing you Cosmos is because right now, being that it's DeFi, you can take something like your Kepler wallet. Okay, Kepler wallet communicates directly with Osmos. So all you have to do is go to Google, type in Kepler, KEPLR, and Kepler wallet. Download it from the Google store, and it's an extension browser, just like MetaMask, right? Well, look at this. If once you download it, you can switch in between networks, just like you would with MetaMask, right? So with MetaMask, you can basically create networks and add networks to MetaMask for like Polygon. There's several others that you can add to that, but to keep it simple, this one already has a lot of them for you in the Kepler wallet. And here's one even better. With the Cosmos blockchain and some of these like Sif Chain, for instance. Sif Chain is a blockchain that was built through the SDK on Cosmos, and the transactions on Sif Chain alone, guys, they're 1,000 times faster than Ethereum. Not to mention the gas fees are extremely, extremely low. So you're not going to pay like what you would if you used MetaMask and you're paying, with the Ethereum gas fees. That's like, I mean, that'll bankrupt a lot of folks because the gas fees are so expensive. But if you go to, oh, that's MetaMask. Hold on. If you go back here to Kepler, cool thing is once you download this wallet, it'll give you right over here what you can earn per year. Look at that. You can earn 119.72% per year on SIF chain. So if you go buy a SIF chain, what you would have to do on something like this is just go out to like Coinbase, buy yourself some Atom or Cosmos, move that over to your Kepler wallet, and then what you can do is take your Atom and convert it to, like if you want to buy Juno, and I'm sure SIF chain's in here. I just have to look for it. But you can swap for some of these tokens, and once you acquire the token, you move it back over to your Kepler wallet, and then from your Kepler wallet, so like Juno, for instance, or Osmos, you just switch it over to this network, move your tokens into the Osmos wallet here, and if I wanted to, say, stake Osmos, I'll be making 85.97% per year in passive income on my investment. Okay. Juno was another one. So like if you go over here and you select the Juno network, you can transfer your Atom token, Cosmos, to Juno and put your Juno tokens over here in your wallet and stake. You're going to be making like 118% per year just on Juno. And there's several out there like this, guys. So what I'm trying to show you essentially is my plan going here into 2022 is to get a few different investments going in some of these other like DeFi projects and blockchain that give you higher interest earnings per year. Okay, because here's the strategy. Okay, check this out. If you take, let's say you take $1,000, right? If you got $1,000 right now and you put it into one of these investments, chances are you're going to double your money pretty quick. I would say probably like within like 3, maybe 2 months. I mean, especially if you get into something that's like over 100% return. Once you make your money back, what you do is you withdraw your money that you originally invested, withdraw that money, take it out, and then let your profits ride. Let it keep compounding, because now it's just, now it's just free money. Like, so if the project crashes and let's say it goes to zero, well, you're not losing any money because you took your original investment out, right? And then what you do is you go set up the next investment and you do the same thing. So that's my strategy moving forward, is to set up multiple streams of income doing this, and get maybe like 5 or 6 going, because here in a couple of years maybe 2 or 3 of them don't pan out, but 3 of them do, right? Well, now you've got 3 streams of income coming in. You got in on everything during a bear market, so prices were at the very bottom, and when they go back up, your APY goes up too. So your interest is going to go up. You're going to make money on the back end and on the front end. And that's, guys, this is how I keep saying this, and I'm going to keep saying it until I die. But this is how wealthy people get rich. Like, this is how they continue to get wealthier. They don't trade their time for money. They don't work 9 to 5s. Okay? That's one thing you need to know about wealthy people. How do I know this? Because I've got friends who are wealthy. Okay? I've got friends in a circle above me. I may never achieve what they've achieved in life, but I have the same mindset, so I can talk to these people, and they tell me this. So I know for a fact that a lot of these people have businesses. They got cash flow and assets. They own assets, but they don't just sit on their asset. It's called money velocity. So you got to keep your money moving, right? And because money creates energy. The energy that's created through money is simply just the exchange of value. What one person thinks the value is worth for, say, like a cup of Coke. Like, one person may think it's worth $1 and really wants a Coke. The other person is holding the Coke, and wants to exchange it because they think that a dollar bill is worth more than that Coke. So they go over and they find the person that wants the Coke and who's willing to exchange that dollar, and there you have an exchange of value. But that's called money velocity. That's how you create energy behind a transaction. And the best way to do that, guys, is to get an asset going like this that creates passive income for you. And I don't know of any better assets right now out there than, in the space like the DeFi space. And, if you're a swing trader or somebody like that who likes to trade, that's another good way to do it. That's another thing I want to do is diversify some of my money into metaverse projects. So I've been talking about metaverse being one of the new trends. But the APYs on some of these metaverse projects are not as high. I mean, there are a few out there like Axie Infinity, for instance. But the thing is, if you're going to invest in a gaming metaverse type project, I would specifically go with projects that are more correlated with the infrastructure to metaverse rather than say like a game. Okay, because Axie Infinity is a game. And the thing is with games, those may not be around here in a couple of years. Okay? The gaming industry is it's kind of like crypto. It moves extremely fast. And what was hot one year, as far as a game, could fall off the next. So that's why I'm saying if you want to go into metaverse, look at projects like Gala, Engine Coin, Theta, for instance. These are projects that are revolving around the infrastructure of metaverse and are going to make the metaverse possible. So those are my strategies going into 2022. And I'm going to leave you with that. If you guys like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel as well. Helps the YouTube algorithm. And I'll get another video out here soon. And I'm going to start covering some of these metaverse projects as well because, again, I'm going to do some swing trading on those. And then I'll go into more detail, with like Osmosis, Olympus, and some of the projects that I'm starting to, take a deep dive into and start explaining like what some of them do, the technology behind them, and why I think they're good projects or bad projects. Okay, so the market right now, like I said, it's not doing a whole lot. So just hang tight. If you got cash that you can put aside, do so. Just sit and wait for the right time to buy. Right now, I would say Olympus is a great buy. So I'm looking at getting into that. And then Osmosis, I'll probably get into that one as well. And I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you up to date on like how much I'm earning with, passive income, cash flow, that sort of thing. So with that said, that's all I've got for tonight. And as usual, guys, fear nothing, my friends.